Hello everybody and welcome to a special episode of 7 Days to Die, where today we're going to be discussing Alpha 19. That is due out anytime really. We're expecting it to drop. They're doing a lot of work on it, so it's going to take a while. But they have said that they're going to start releasing it in smaller patches so we get it throughout the 6 to 12 months. That is going to be obviously once it releases. Now, there are a lot of things they've mentioned about Alpha 19, a lot of things we were expecting from Alpha 19 that have slightly changed, and we're going to look into that in a little bit more detail on this episode. Now, the first thing we'll get straight off the bat is the vehicle updates. They were saying they were going to do Alpha 19.2, which would be vehicle updates and stuff like that. They've now pushed that to Alpha 20, so we're not expecting any vehicle mods or the collision stuff that they've said that they're working on until at least Alpha 20. So that's out for this patch. That's done and dusted. We're moving on to the next thing. Now, as mentioned, this is coming out over the 6 to 12 months when they start releasing it. The main thing they have worked on is the perk system and new books that they've brought in, along with a lot of new textures. Now, the one thing I like about 7 Days to Die is they've took their time in the alpha phases. They've brought out massive changes each time, and usually they've listened to what the communities had to say and then adjusted the alpha to obviously what they're getting, like the feedback they've got from the community and stuff like that. They've not fallen to all the whims of the community, which is what I like about the fun pimps that are doing this, but they have listened to the genuine gripes that they've had from people like myself and others who have played the game, and they've made slight changes into it. So as we've gone through each alpha, they've gone through the stages, they've started getting better. But less of that, let's talk about the things that are coming in Alpha 19 and what we can expect to be landing on our doorstep at any time. Now, the first thing I want to discuss is the weapon updates that they're doing. Now, at the moment, you've got 6 tiers of weapons. Now, it says that all weapons are going to have 3 tiers. Now, I don't know whether they're going to change weapons and tools or just the weapons, but they've certainly said on this patch that weapons will now have 3 tiers. There's a new top tier for the auto shotgun, there's a mid tier for the machine gun, and there's a low tier junk sledge and a top tier junk drone. That'll be interesting to see. The Alpha 18 weapons and anything before that, so all the weapons we've had in up till Alpha 18 that we still got in, will have new models and textures. And from the looks of what I've seen of the textures that we'll be showing today, I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to bring on this. The other thing they have mentioned is they're going to bring a new steel fire axe and a new steel club in. Now, we already have the fire axe, so I'm not sure if they mean they're going to bring a new texture in for it or a new look in for it, or if it's going to be like a new different type of tier or whatnot. The one thing I have noticed is they've made some slight changes to things like the wrench, and they've also got an impact driver as well, which I'm really looking forward to, and it looks really good. Now, as I earlier mentioned, the main thing about Alpha 19 is the new books they're bringing in. So they're bringing in 4 new stacks of books. We've got the Tech Junkie, learn from MacDiver himself to build useful gadgets from common household junk. Grease Monkey, learn to modify and craft vehicles of all current existing shapes and sizes. Bar Brawling, learn from Irish legend Lucky Bastard himself and never get bested in a good old fashioned barroom brawl. And finally, Spear Hunter, get connected with your inner caveman and master the forgotten art of spear hunting. They're pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to go into too much detail about them, but I'm looking forward to seeing all 4 of them coming in. I do like the books that we've got at the moment. The kind of the 7 levels that they've got, and when you get all 7 of them, you unlock something. Well, sorry, all 6 of them, then you unlock the 7th. Really like that idea, and I'm hoping it's going to be the same for these new 4 books as well. Along with the new books, they're doing stuff with the perk tree. So now, most of the non-combat perks are being reduced from 5 to 3. And I think that's going to be a welcomed approach to that as well, because there's a lot of things that realistically you don't really get, you don't really bother with. There's a lot of ones that I just put points in as I get later in the levels if I can be bothered. The Lucky Looter has been removed, it's removed the digging bonuses. I'm presuming that might have something to do with what they're going to be doing with the rest of the perks. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work. They've got new perception perk Treasure Hunter. You can become one of the greatest treasure hunters of all time, learning tricks that would even make Blackbeard envious. And then they've got things like rank 1 plunder, narrow down treasure Plunder, narrow down treasure locations to 7 meters and find 10% more items in buried treasure. And they go through to things like rank 2 Marauder, 5 meters and 20% more items. Then Treasure Hunter, which is 3 meters and 30% more items. So it's only got 3 tiers again, as with the other alterations they've put in. They've also done things where a lot of the other perks are going to be reduced or completely removed. The one that they have mentioned is going to be removed is the science, and the perks distributed to other skill points. So that'll be interesting to see. The other big change they've put in is the food. They've brought in candy, and candy is going to be bringing us boosts and bonuses, much like what the Golden Rod tea does and the coffee and stuff like that. They give you like little bits of perks and stuff like that. Well, these candies are going to give you a different kind of perk. So the one they've got as an example is Skull Crushers. Rock Hard candy that gives you a Rock Hard punch, increased melee damage 50% for 2 minutes. And there's quite a few of them that they've got planned, so it's going to be interesting to see. They've also changed some of the foods as well. So they've got new super filling foods. All new super foods have 0 food poisoning, which is much needed, because along with the candy, they're reducing the amount of tin food that you're going to find. But gumbo stew, shepherd's pie, spaghetti and tuna fish gravy on toast, all 4 of them are going to be superfoods with 0 food poisoning. So I think it's going to be like your the stew that we've got at the moment, Shanwei chowder. We've got improved player animations. It's all to do with the stiffness of how players move when they've got single weapons in their hands and stuff like that, so that's going to be really interesting to see. Now, the main thing that I've really enjoyed following so far with the devs, I'm looking forward to seeing in-game, is the texture packs that they've been working on. They've got new art for a lot of stuff, and they've been working hard at it. So, let's have a quick gander at what we can see on the new art. The first one we have is Trader Jen. Obviously, Trader Jen at the moment, unless it's changed before I've noticed it, is that she's got a male voice for a start. So that's changed. They've got a new female voice actor and obviously new artwork for her, which is great. We've got new tools. We've got a new stone axe. We've got a new steel club. New twin bed bunk beds. Might not sound special, but the fact that they're paying attention to the small details is what makes it really important to me, because when you're playing a game like this, you don't want to be missing things like that. You want it to be, you know, improved overall. New mattresses, again, same as the beds, small details make, you know, for a long way. Junk sledge. I'm not sure how this is going to work. It looks a bit interesting, but I'm sure when it comes into the game we'll see what it actually does. But well, I'm kind of confused as to how it looks in the moment. We've got the new wrench, but we've also got some new lighting as well. So we've got new linear lighting, which it looks really nice. So let's hope that's going to be good when it comes into the game. They've got new clothing racks, which is going to be interesting to see. Again, small details that really go a long way. The one that I am looking forward to is the auto shotgun, which is at the moment as a concept art, but I am looking forward to seeing this in the game. An auto shotgun is definitely something that I'd like to see, especially when you're getting a lot of infected zombies in a building. They're really good. We've also got a new pistol as well, a Desert Eagle inspired handgun. We're finally starting to see more variations of weapons. So instead of having just a 9mm handgun, you're going to get the Desert Eagle. And obviously you've got different types of sledgehammers and all sorts like that. New impact driver. I mentioned that they've changed something here with this. It's basically going to be a high level wrench, and we've needed one for a while. We haven't had anything that's going to improve a wrench, but it's going to be great to get something like this. Junk drones. Now these are interesting. They look interesting. How they're going to work I'm not sure, but I'm definitely looking forward to giving them a try. And last but not least, Zombie Arlene. They've changed Zombie Arlene so she looks a little bit better now, and I have to admit the work they have done on her is phenomenal. The last major thing I want to talk about is the traders. Now there's a couple of things they've altered with the traders. Traders have specializations, and they also have trader to trader quests. So when you finally complete your quest tiers So when you go to the next quest tier, it'll also give you a quest that goes to the next trader, which is really useful. As mentioned, the specializations, you have things like Joel selling armor, Jen selling meds, Bob selling vehicles and tools, Hugh selling weapons and ammo, and Rex will sell food and seeds. It doesn't mean they're not going to sell everything else, it just means they're going to specialize in that, so you'll probably get better things. So Joel, if you go to Joel, he's going to have really good armor for you to purchase off him, as well as a few other bits and bobs as well, so that's going to be really good to see. So that's it for the information on Alpha 19 at the moment. Hopefully you've been able to have a look and see what's going to come forward. I can't wait to get my hands on Alpha 19. As soon as it is released, we've got it even in experimental. As soon as it's released in experimental, we'll be moving our series over to it to see what it's like. Expect a few bugs along the way, as with anything else when you get doing updates like this, you expect to find yourself with a few bugs. However, a lot of it seems to be a quality of life type of scenario, so that's going to be good. There's other than the addition of items, there's nothing like game changing that seems to be coming through, so hopefully it'll be nice and smooth. Once I've got a release date, I will let you guys know, but at the moment I haven't seen a release date unless I've missed one, but I have been keeping an eye out, and obviously I follow them and their progress along the way. Thank you very much everybody for checking out this video. Make sure you hit that thumbs up if you have enjoyed it, and leave any comments in the comment section. If you've heard anything that I haven't cleared or covered or anything like that, please let us all know down in the comment section below. It'll be good to know for myself as well, and obviously for the series and the server that we've got running. And if you are interested in playing with us, make sure you check out the Team Skydew collaboration link for Discord at the bottom. Or if you just want to follow along with the rest of the series that I've been doing and anything else that I cover with 7 Days to Die, make sure you hit the subscribe button or join me on my Discord, and hopefully I'll try and keep you as updated as I can with anything that you might want to know about 7 Days to Die. Until next time everybody, take care for now, and I'll see you all on the next episode. Bye for now.